Hey, what's up guys, it's Unleash here. Today, we're back with another video on Sonic X Shadow Generations. And in today's video, we have a pretty big news drop for the game because of the Tokyo Game Show, so we've got some brand new music and a whole lot of gameplay. And because of the amount of stuff that we got in today's video, let's not waste any more time. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. Onto Twitter, We Sonic Rush 3D. So we start off right here from Sega Informant. If you didn't know, Samsung held the game's creator party with Sonic X Shadow Generations director Katsuyuki Shikihara and directors of Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth appearing too. The opening montage includes some tiny new footage of the Sonic rival fight, and I'll play it right here. So we saw a little glimpse of some of the new Doom Power cutscenes in the white space, but then also obviously, as it's already been said, yeah, a slight bit of new footage of the cutscene for apparently the Sonic rival fight. Now, I'm not 100% certain there's going to be an actual fight because I'm a bit concerned that it could just be a cutscene. Because in reality, if they're not going to just remake the Generations boss fight, but from Shadow's perspective, what are they going to do for the fight? Because even if they do go for the Generations remake boss fight thing, it's going to be inferior in every possible way because the boost is inferior because it's not Generations anymore. And then the collision is also going to be extremely off because, again, it's not Generations anymore. So what are they going to do, really? Because this could just be a crossover cutscene with the original Generations, and that's it. Might not even be a boss fight. You don't even know. Obviously, I could just be coping here. Or the opposite of coping, actually, but yeah. But whatever, I was just actually speculating there, because that was just a bit of a worry I had, but who knows, we'll have to see. Anyways, moving on to the actual gameplay for today's video. Samsung did another stream with Sonic X Shadow Generations on there, so we can see Metal Overlord, Biolizard, Kingdom Valley, and Space Colony Arc Act 1. All the full boss fights and stages there. So starting off with Space Colony Arc Act 1, it's basically the same series seen like a bazillion times, nothing too interesting here. Except for one critical observation I made here, and it's a pretty bad one at that as well. So in the original Sonic Generations, as we all know, the ranking system was absolutely awful. It was terrible. The easiest ranking system in any Sonic game period, even easier than Forces. But one kind of odd aspect in Sonic Generations was that if you die in a level even once, it will be impossible for you to get the S rank, because if you die, you lose the perfect bonus that gets from A to an S rank. But in Shadow Generations, it seems that mechanic has been completely thrown out of the window now, because in this gameplay, they die once during the Space Colony Arc section, but then they end the level with an S rank, which is bizarre. So not only is the ranking system in this game already easy from Generations, but they've somehow made it even easier by removing the perfect bonus. This is genuinely ridiculous, but at the same time, the ranking system in this game gets interesting when you look at the bosses, which we'll get into in a little bit, but yeah, for the levels at least anyways, the ranking system is awful. It's terrible. I don't know how they made it easier than Generations, Sonic Generations, but they did it, so yeah. But now moving on to Kingdom Valley Act 1, there's, again, nothing too interesting in this gameplay except for one cool skip that the player accidentally does, though wasn't even intentional to do, but it's in this part right here. They stomp way too early, but because this is actually the Frontiers engine reworked, you can actually boost out of a stomp, so they actually skip one of the rail sections and go to the second one here, which is alright, it was an accident, but that's pretty cool. I like that they can actually do that. And then thankfully they actually end this level with an A rank, not an S rank, and to be fair, they were playing quite awfully in this level because they were just boosting all over the place for some reason, so that's something, but I don't know, man. This ranking system is weird. Now moving on to Metal Overlord, we actually haven't seen the full fight of this, so this is actually pretty interesting to see. So we now have the full intro of the boss fight, which I'll play right now.
数々ルートは、一つじゃないっていうことですよね。あと今度ボス戦ちょっと見ていい？ボス戦大丈夫ですか、おとじ君。
任せてください。どんなボスだろうと私が相手すれば S です。
これも過去出てきたボスなので、思い出ある人には懐かしいかな。
かっこいい。
BGM も聞いてみてください。
メタルオーバーロード。
Yeah, pretty cool intro right there. I like the animation, the little shots here and there. Yeah, pretty solid. And then as for the boss fight itself, I mean, it's an on-rails boss fight, so it's nothing crazy, but to be fair to this boss fight, even though it's pretty on rails, there are a lot of skill-based opportunities to actually speed up the boss fight, which I do like a lot. And something which is actually pretty cool about this boss fight is actually the way you end it. There seems to be a Chaos Control specific cutscene that only plays if you use Chaos Control to finish off the boss fight. Because we've seen it in previous gameplay where if you use Chaos Control in the 2D section, you get a special cutscene here. But in this gameplay, they don't seem to get that cutscene anywhere because they seem to not use Chaos Control properly, so I think that's actually pretty cool actually. It's kind of like the Grand Slam in Frontiers where you only get to see the Grand Slam animation if you, you know, do the Grand Slam. So it seems like the same thing is going to happen here but with Chaos Control, so that's pretty cool actually. I'll give them that, that's actually pretty nice. But now going on to the ranking system here, they get a B rank here, which is good. It seems that for whatever reason, the boss fights specifically in this game have the tighter ranking system, but the actual stages themselves don't. It's very inconsistent. I don't know what's going on here. Why are the bosses hard but not the stages? No idea. But a small nitpick I have about this post on the results screen here is that this is actually reused from Forces, but I think it looks better in Forces actually. It looks kind of stiff in the Shadow Generations version, because in Forces, Shadow's head tilts a bit, which actually looks pretty nice here, but in Shadow Generations, it doesn't tilt at all. It looks, I don't know, a bit stiff here, so that's just something I thought was a bit of a shame. And then finally for the Biolist gameplay, again, we've seen it like 1,000 times, so nothing too interesting here, but one thing I actually did notice about this gameplay is actually pretty good in terms of like a quality of life change, is that in the first phase of the Biolist fight, when he shoots out those black energy spheres, when Shadow takes a hit, the Biolist actually waits for Shadow to get up before actually sending out another one, giving the player time to readjust to the surroundings after taking damage, and I actually think that's pretty good actually. Not just for that reason though, but also that means that when you take a hit, you actually waste more time in the boss fight, meaning that getting hit actually costs you a lot more time as well, and obviously time equals less chance of getting the S rank. Anyways, that being said, they got an S rank here, so I guess that proved to be a false claim by me. Right, now for the brand new music remixes at TGS. The first of which is the Space Colony Arc 1 remix by Teddy Lloyd and Jun Sonoe. Now we have heard this song before, but in the second loop of the song, they had a couple little synths, noises, I don't know what to call them, in the second half of the song, and it sounds pretty decent, so I'll play it right now. And then the next remix is finally the full version of the Biolizard remix by Jun Sonoe and Richard E.B. And I'll play the second half of it that we haven't actually heard too much, and enjoy it, man, because, spoiler alert, it's pretty dang good. Then next up we have a brand new remix by, once again, Radical Highway by Jun Sonoe and Teddy Lloyd. And this has made me realise that with the amount of Radical Highways that are actually in Shadow Generations, think of how many darn remixes of that song we're gonna get. We've already heard, one in the trailer, one in the Space Colony Arc 1, and we've got a third one here, and this isn't even all of the Radical Highways yet, so we're gonna get like 50 different versions of Radical Highway just from Generations, and not just from Shadow, but also Generations 3DS, because we've got those two remixes there as well. Flippin' hell, That's a lot Radical Highway, man. A lot Radical Highway. But yeah, I'll play a bit of it right now. And then the final remix is a very interesting one because it's actually a Westopolis remix by Teddy Lloyd and Shun Snowy once again. Now this one is interesting because we have actually seen Westopolis in this game, and hopefully we won't see it at all in my opinion. I'm actually hoping that this Westopolis remix is actually just used for like Sunset Heights Act 2 or one of the Radical Highways or something like that, because I don't want Westopolis in this game, man. We got Sunset Heights and Radical Highway already. That's 2 city levels right there. If they're gonna get any level from Shadow the Hedgehog 2005, it's gotta be Black Comet, man. Not Westopolis again. Because Westopolis is basically a city at night, and that looks exactly the same as what Radical Highway is already in this game, so having Westopolis be in this game would be so pointless in my opinion. Like, genuinely, do not do this, please. That being said, the remix is pretty good, so again, I'll play a little snippet of it right now. Anyways, that about does it for today's video then. So yeah, new gameplay, new music, all sounding and looking pretty damn good for the game. Less than 1 month until the game now. It's time now, 3 weeks. 3 weeks remaining. But, let me know what you guys think of this news. Do you want to see Westopolis in this game, or not? Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed by hitting that join button down below. And remember, it's not necessary. And I will see you all next time. Peace!